Welcome to the Are You Afraid of the Dark? Life and Times of Laura. Just kidding. Um, this is another day in the life. Car living 101, veteran, pro, whatever. It's raining, flood warning, storm warning. That can be here physically, spiritually as well. People can be getting at their ass whooped spiritually. I know this. And people still trying to fucking do some stupid shit to test it. To find out. It's cool. But anyhow, as I'm here waiting to work some more in the fucking flood and freezing, I thought I would just start rambling on. Why not? What was I gonna ramble on about? Let's see. I actually have some notes, but I'm not gonna talk about all that shit. I'm just gonna pick something. So let's go with generational curses. Oh, let's go with that. Now, generational curses. You'll notice if, let's say, in your family, there's something that runs pattern within your family that's negative, that repeats. Let's say it could be with certain people, maybe the women, maybe how the women end up alone. They end up in abusive relationships, abandoned. They end up codependent. They can't sustain a relationship, whatever. Men may be abusive, alcoholic, whatever. It could be different shit. Anyhow, if this is something that's become a pattern within your family, chances are you have a generational curse. And typically when you have a generational curse, there's usually somebody within the family, especially let's say if there's siblings. There's usually not. I mean, it can be with single child, but I've noticed more pattern-wise that there's usually somebody, say within siblings, that becomes spiritually appointed to be the generational curse breaker, and that person is usually the oddball out, the black sheep, the scapegoat. Hey, that's me. And their life's a bitch. Their life becomes very, very difficult. Why? Because they have to be the one to fucking basically be the punching bag and take all the damn hits for everybody in the generations before, up back from when whoever started that shit, because somebody started it. And typically, as far as I have, oh man, that's going out. As far as I have learned, I could be slightly off, but hey, you never know. Typically, what happened was there was somebody in the family line, grandma, great grandma, whoever that goes back generations usually, that actually made a deal with like Sangoma witch doctor, whatever the fuck. There's somebody who can basically make a sacrifice within the family that creates a curse, and then it will make it so that the energies play out where it makes it damn near impossible for anyone after that deal was made to not live that pattern. It can be done. Typically isn't, though, until the one who breaks the curse does it. But they have to go through hell, basically. Super hell. Let's call it super hell. Because this basically is hell. Come on, let's be real. And basically, yeah, that, I mean, it could be. And I remember I was watching this guy. He was really into backing this information up with the Bible, and saying, like, no, this is because it is spiritual law as well. I mean, you couldn't deny that, oh, my family didn't, da da da. But I mean, he backed that shit up, no other, with the Bible, saying no, because spiritual law says that You don't it's usually principalities that like you give legal right um to hold that dominion over whoever, with whatever has been um whatever the deal was, and it's up to, I want to say, like 7, 8 generations, something like that. It's a bit, um and that's without any breaking that. I mean, it's though that's like an automatic. There's gonna be a good amount of generations that are usually contracted to that deal. So I mean, it can be broken though. I mean, you go through a lot of bullshit because it's like, one, you have to like learn a lot of lessons as far as your own like you have to basically heal yourself first in your own issues, which when you have generational curse, you're actually, without realizing it, subconsciously and within your DNA, and literally within your DNA, because memory stores within your DNA for generations, and we act upon our generational memory subconsciously. We don't even realize it. There's a study on this too, with mice, and them being put into like a maze or whatever, and no, not the maze, with two cheeses. I mean, two cheeses. Okay, the experiment was with two cheeses. With one cheese, they would get shocked, electrocuted, or a little electric shock, I should say. And with the other cheese, they could eat it fine. After they got shocked so many times, those mice knew not to go for that cheese. They stopped shocking the mice who, if they ate that one cheese, and even generations later, after they had stopped, those mice still would not touch that damn cheese. Why? Because it's in the DNA. Your DNA holds that memory, whether you realize it or not. So that's how these generational patterns also instill within us. So you really have to do a lot of digging deep within yourself. Like, why do I do this? Why is it like this? What pattern is going on here? There's a lot to go through internally before you even get to the family part. But then again, it works as a duality as well, though. I mean, you can actually, as you work on yourself, healing yourself and understanding yourself and breaking those patterns within yourself, then it also does heal it generationally, within your ancestors, within your your generational karma, whatever. It's just not, it's a bitch. It's a bitch. But anyhow, and usually, I believe that, I feel like after a certain point, this is not a fact, but from what I've observed, is that typically when you have a family who even are aware of this, like they're aware of whatever, let's say, curse is going on within the family, they just accept it. They usually don't tell somebody who, the one that's supposed to be the one who breaks it, because some of them like it to continue. Some of them actually do like it, for whatever reasons, whatever maybe benefits, and they do try. Some of them try to renew the contract, And then there's usually the ones who are very confrontational in the family, and they're usually very they're very conflicting. They like to cause conflict. They stir up a lot of bullshit, basically, and usually because it serves them in some beneficial way. I don't know the details on that shit. I'm not into that kind of part. I'm into breaking that shit because everybody should be free. So I've been going through a lot of bullshit. So anyway, now this is not necessarily to preach to do that, because hey, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. And in all honesty, if you are somebody who has that scapegoat relationship within your family, then you're gonna be how you're gonna be. Meaning, you're typically gonna have a tendency to want to better yourself and want to break free of those patterns, regardless. Like, that's gonna be just who you are, because that's just how it goes. I mean, that's how they determine the curse breaker, because that is who they are. That is the person who will have that drive and have that that willpower to keep going with it, and make it happen. And even still, it doesn't always necessarily work out that way, but they're the ones who are usually gonna put in that work. Everybody else either are unaware, in denial, or wants it. you know But I mean, if you're like, I don't know, let's just say for example, like if you're in a family and you realize, oh shit, there's a pattern of this in my family, and you're thinking, oh shit, well, I don't think I'm not, I'm part of my family though, but I'm not scapegoated. It doesn't mean you couldn't still, put in the work to better yourself and your own patterns and all that shit. It would still help because anything positive is gonna help. you know, it's not like, oh, that's only no. It's just that's how it goes energetically wise, because energy. Okay, so energy basically cycles through. It's everything's cyclical. So basically, when you go day by day, year month by month, year by year, there's certain planetary movements that occur that create these energetic cycles, influences, based off the planets, with the placements and the movement of them. And it's like little circle, big circle. I don't know how to explain this mentally, like just like verbally, you know. But I'm imagining but basically, it's just they're like little cycles, and based off these energy cycles that play out from the planetary movement, it influences how you will, oh, everybody will react. So that's how you end up with so many people with similar experiences. It's because of the energy and the planetary cycles. I mean, it doesn't mean it plays out all the same and everybody has free will, but you're heavily influenced by these things. That's that. I can keep going, but I'm gonna end up keep going way too much, much more. So I'm just gonna stop myself there. I don't even know if I made sense to anybody. Myself, yes, lots of things. I understand myself, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep going and I could go deep with this shit, but I'll just leave it there. Maybe maybe it wasn't even helpful. I don't even know. I don't know, but hey, you know what's the life and times of Laura. All right.